Come with me and play this game that we love. DP came and things just ain't the same no more. I just hope we have fun together.
Hello YouTube, we are here. We are back. Okay. This is a very interesting match and I kind of want to highlight it because it's very, probably be useful soon when the mirror match arrives. So this is a skystriker mirror match kind of guide. Maybe it'll be relevant in link format. Probably not because DPE, Mr. DPE is not going to be relevant. So, but that's okay. We'll see. Maybe it'll be useful overall in case you play the mirror. So, Fusion Destiny. And again, at the time, I had no idea what the heck they were playing. If only we had an Ash, huh? So I'm going to set double. Sure. Pass turn out to us. And we draw Ray. That's always good. No Ray, no play. Draw every 0. We're going to try to double dip, see what it is. We have a Rose. I'm going to chain their DPE. And so at this point, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Because remember, well, they can pop either one. And then if they pop this, we get another Ray. If they pop this thing, basically dies. So I decided, let's just chain Ray, right? So we can get another summon. But you know why? Because I'm like, oh, they probably don't have Max C. Because most people chain the Max C to Rose. But this guy's smart. He read me like a book. Read me like a book. Played me like a darn fiddle, right? So there's Green Ray. He's going to draw 1. We don't summon out because there's no reason to. Draw 2. Right? Is it 2? Yeah. And now 3. So they drew basically 3 cards. Which sucks, right? So now they're going to Veil Arrest 2. So now we can't search and Engage. Just attack for 15. Whatever. Now we're going to banish their DPE. So at least they can't come back. And then set 1. And basically pass turn. They're going to Horn Drones immediately. Because if they don't, then they will be basically locked. And then they can't special summon something at least. So draw phase, they chain immediately. So they probably have to think on. See, this guy or girl knows what they're doing. I was like, wow. So they have to summon Dasher. Why? Because it's a better target than Celestial. Because you want to be engraved. You draw 2, right? So they're going to make Zeke. And now decision time. Oh, shiny Zeke. I wish I had one. So, remember, if this gets banished, your Shizuku or whatever extra monster gets banished, is going to go back to your turn on the end phase, meaning it will lock out basically all your Skystriker spells. And they're basically free reign to pop off. So decision time, right? Do we chain it? I mean, we kind of have to, right? So we're going to chain it anyway, so at least get something out of the way if they have call by, or even... And they do have the call by in their hand, sure. I'm going to banish our Veiler, so it doesn't matter. I'll just save this for the... Basically the Kagari if they decide to be greedy. So Ray's going to come out. And they have a Shark Cannon too. Oh my god. So now we have no Ray. Nothing. So we are in a terrible losing position. So they're going to make a Yade. Don't negate that. Let them overextend. Because if you negate this first, they can still maybe search Engage off their Shizuku, right? So you want them to dump Engage at least. So they're going to dump Engage if they're greedy. Yes, anywhere. Wow, this guy doesn't even have a Ray. He's like, nah, I don't need him. I'm going to go kill this guy. So, you got a little bit greedy. I don't think I would have done that. I would probably set Ray and then see what happens. It's the little things to Striker. Like, one wrong move can, screw you over. So, I'm going to chain that to negate that. Red Ray, Kagari. They also summoned it normally, so if we got a Shark Cannon, which you already used, but if we did not, we can summon it and get Engaged or whatever card. And also another pro tip, you kind of want to always summon your Shizuku pointing at the center, because there are certain, I think, Link monsters or whatever that are stupid, and if they're pointing a certain way, they can bounce your stuff. I forget which monster specifically, or it was during a Dragon Link format, something like that. Anyways, they're going to search multi-roll. Okay, so we literally have 1 card. What do we do? What do we do? 1 card. 1 card. Uno. Alright. We have 1 card, but I think nope, we don't even get the extra draws off the... We didn't even summon DPE yet. So you have Ghost Spell. Completely, not useless, but is only useful against Ray or whatever. So what do? You don't summon it normally, right? Because it could be Widow Anchor, right? Usually, personally, I would always try to search Widow Anchor instead of multi-roll. So I'm assuming they already have a Widow Anchor set or something like that, right? So we set that face down target and hopefully get lucky. We got kind of lucky. We got a Widow Anchor. That's all we can add. Send that to grave. And that's it. And that's it. And remember, that thing comes back, so this thing shut off. And we're kind of like a sitting duck. They have free reign to basically pop off. And they immediately enter battle for some reason. That's also very interesting. But they probably did that because they want to beat over my Shizuku because I have no Ray engrave. So that potentially means that they don't have a Widow Anchor, right? Again, more information, right? More information. Because if they have Widow Anchor, because I just bop me for 3k. And then probably free reign, right? So we can make predictions off that. So these two are not Widow Anchor. We're probably safe. We're going to summon Ray. And they immediately imperm something. So this is another like red flag for me, right? If you play Yu-Gi-Oh long enough, you can start like thinking, why did this guy randomly imperm me? I mean, he's playing a mirror. So far, he's shown, you know, to be competent. So he's gonna target my Ray, and then I guess he's trying to see if I bait out, if I try to like tribute it or something to dodge the effect. But why would I do that to begin with? You know what I mean? So we're gonna make our Hayate finally. They're gonna max see us, which is bad. We're into battle, attack. We're gonna send our multi-roll. Why? Because we don't want to search multi-roll at the moment. The only cards we want really is Engage, right? So, and I think at the time we didn't even have 3 spells engraved yet, so we'll see. And then at least now we have a steal, right? So in terms of priority, this is the least thing that will help us win at the moment because it's not technically a starter card. So that's why I sent that. And we have Rose in graveyard, so that's pretty good. So we're going to end phase. We're going to give him a draw. We're going to try to draw, and they're going to Ashes anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So now they're down to 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, wherever they may be. We have 1 negate, maybe a blocky from Ray with yellow Ray. You know, kind of. Make phase 1. They're going to MST. They're going to blind MST, which I think is a terrible idea. Don't do that. Right? Yeah, don't do that. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they thought they didn't. I mean, they should have known I had a Widow Anchor. Why would they do that, right? Unless they have something in their hand. So of course we're gonna steal their Blu-ray. And if Blu-ray doesn't get destroyed, it's gonna go back there, and then you know they're kind of screwed. So they decided to do this. Celestial play, draw 2. They got lucky, and they got really lucky. Gonna summon Shizuku. And again, I think if they made... Oh, call by. I'll talk about that real quick. So we were right in our prediction with the blind infinite imperm. But if they had 2 Zeke... This is why I also play 2 Zeke. If they had a second Zeke, they could have banished me. Get a free Rose, basically, right? The Rose is going to destroy my Ray that's going to come back because it automatically negates your effect, so I can't tag out, right? And then this thing is going to come back on my end phase and then shut off all my spells and traps. Or skystriker spells. So now they decided to do that. I'm like, sure. And I remember in the mirror match, Ray is good, but it's not as good as Rose. Rose is really good. So they're going to bop their own one. That's fine. Now, multi-roll effect. I'm going to send that to grave. Shizuku effect to search. And they're going to do the Shizuku shuffle. You know, the mystery card, we don't know what that is. It's not engaged. I mean, not Widow Anchor, because they already used their Widow Anchor, right? Did they already use Widow Anchor? No, they already used... No, so it could be a Widow Anchor, right? This is Widow Anchor, and then I don't think they have it. Yeah, so that could be Widow Anchor. So we're going to draw a card. We drew an Ash. That's horrible. So, of course, you do the same thing like we do a Ghost Spell. Area 0. Effect. And now what do you add, right? Do you add the multi-roll? Or do you add the jamming waves? I'll let you guys think for a sec, right? Real quick. Do 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 do. All right, what did you pick? So let's go through it together, right? Well, here, teacher Kevin is here. Mr. Kevin is here to teach you how to what you should have chose. If you choose jamming, let's see what we do, right? We can destroy the Widow Anchor, destroy this, right? And then our Rose is gonna pop out because remember Rose, what she does? Hey, if an opponent's extra monster is in destroy a battle or leaves the field because of your card effect, you can special summon it and then negate one thing. So they're probably gonna get Ray out, but remember what they did last turn? What did they do last turn? You guys remember? There you go. Remember call by. until the end of the next turn. So this means their array is gonna get negated as well. And then also remember that if we actually add multi-roll, I know we can get another ray out and start popping off, but remember what they also have in their deck. MST. That could be a blind MST. We don't know, right? MST could destroy your multi-roll. Multi-roll doesn't able to pop off, and you're basically down to just area 0, and they're gonna, do lots of stuff and kill you. So, what do I end up adding? We end up adding the jamming waves. Yes. So jamming wave gonna target, destroy your Widow Anchor, destroy that. Rose gonna come out. Ray's gonna come out. Ray's gonna get negated. Rose effect. So now we know that's not a Widow Anchor, because if it was a Widow Anchor, I'm pretty sure it would have just stolen our Rose, and then we can't pop off. And then they get to reset their engage and then pop off too. So we know it's not a Widow Anchor or something negating. So we're gonna add back our multi-roll, because unfortunately I only played two green ray. I mean Hayate, right? Because one to send the ray and or Rose, and the other one to send just an extra spell. So I never found myself needing 3, but this is the first time ever. Well, like, wow, I need 3. But multi-roll. At least this means we can kind of Shizuku Shuffle, maybe. We could have Shizuku Shuffled anyways with the other one, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to attack for 35. Right? We're going to make our Predaplant Verde Anacondas. And now since we're home free, we can, turn it around, hopefully. So now we do that. Then we'll destroy whatever face down that may be. And it was a lightning storm. That's hilarious. Why did I not destroy the multi-roll? Because again, there could be Widow Anchor, whatever. They steal it. A lot of trouble could happen. Who knows, right? Now, because this is not technically a starter card, so. And if they somehow top deck the area 0, we'll just destroy this, and then they're just dead card in their hand. So they summon it, right? That's hilarious. That's probably the best card I could have possibly gotten. To enter battle, they're gonna attack directly, sending whatever the grave. Area 0, sure. In phase 2. Again, good for us that we destroyed the Predaplant Verde Anaconda, because if it didn't, then Rose would have been able to pop. I mean, the extra monster zone would have killed our monster in extra monster zone, and then Rose would have been able to pop out and then negate our DPE, which is bad. So in phase, just chain it, shotgun it. And it looks like they can't search anything anymore because they went through all their striker spells, right? Basically, I think. Unless I did that during main phase. Interesting. So Rose gonna pop out. Boo boo boo. And then for some reason, I think the Rose is supposed to negate something, but I think there was a bug, unless I'm dumb. Destroy, yeah, special summon. Because I don't think I activated the effect at all during their turn for some reason. That's interesting, huh? Right, I think there was a bug. That ray shouldn't have been able to tribute. But anyways, it doesn't matter, right? It's fine. We kind of predicted it, because if they would have tributed, if they just left the raid, that would have been okay, because then it kind of does prevent them from getting OTK. But it wouldn't matter, because we can still pop off, as you'll see, because we're in a winning position now, and we drew Ghost Spell. That's hilarious. And if we get lucky, we can draw something good, because I don't think we even resolved engage the entire game. So Celestial, hopefully we get lucky. Thank you for handies. They're too late now. So now it's just Hawk play, and then that's basically GG. We'll fast forward it from here, right? Hope y'all had a fun time listening to me ramble about how to play the mirror, especially since we were literally had one card, Area 0, and that was it. And I mean, it looked like they were a pretty competent player for the most part, right? They did the right moves. They had right reads. They tried debating me with the imperm. I think that was their downfall, and also the getting greedy with the engage part, Those little things, you know what I mean? Little things can, basically in the end, screw you. So then that's it. Attacker game. GG. Can you believe it? We did it. Alright. I hope you guys found this informative, engaging, hopefully a lot of fun. And you realize that engage is a really good card, but it's not going to win you the game. It'll help you win the game, absolutely, but You know, we don't need that stuff. Haha, Aries Zero MVP. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Like, sub, comment. Simpere. See ya. Bye-bye.
This is my outro song for free YouTube monies. Give me some likes and sub for me, please.